Ask like this, and the universe can't say no. This is not just a phrase. It's a law, a vibration, a key that unlocks doors unseen. Every day, countless people are asking, wishing, hoping, but most are asking from fear, from doubt, from lack. And so, their requests are denied, not because the universe is cruel, but because it is obedient. It mirrors energy. It responds not to words alone, but to the intention, belief, and certainty behind them. When you ask with hesitation, the universe reflects hesitation. When you ask with worry, it delivers more worry. But when you ask with unwavering faith, when you ask as if it is already done, the universe must respond. There is a way of asking that shifts the entire fabric of reality. It is not begging. It is not questioning. It is not wishing. It is commanding with love, knowing you are one with the source. It is declaring with gratitude, as if what you desire has already arrived. It is speaking the end result as your present truth. When you speak in this frequency, there is no room for doubt, there is no space for delay. The doors swing open because you have become the key. The universe responds to energy, not words alone. This is the foundation of all true manifestation. People often believe that asking for something is as simple as speaking it aloud or writing it down. But the truth is far deeper and more energetic. The universe is not reacting to the literal words you speak, it is tuning into the emotion, the belief, and the energy that vibrates behind those words. Every word carries a frequency, and every frequency attracts its match. If someone says, "I am wealthy," but inside they feel poor, scared, or doubtful, the universe doesn't respond to the words. They respond to the inner feeling. It will reflect back more poverty, more fear, and more limitation, because that is the dominant vibration being sent out. People misunderstand this and think their affirmations or prayers are not working, but the problem is not in the asking, it's in the energy behind the asking. If you ask for love but feel unworthy of it, the universe reflects that unworthiness. If you ask for success but fear failure, the energy of fear becomes the active signal. The universe, being a mirror, reflects not your words, but your truth. So if your truth is uncertainty, that's what you'll experience. If your truth is gratitude, abundance, and belief, then everything begins to shift to match that. This is why two people can ask for the same thing and get completely different results. It's not about luck or destiny. It's about energetic alignment. The universe is like a tuning fork, vibrating in response to what you send out. Your emotions are the true signal. You can speak all day long about wanting a better life, a new home, a healthier body, or more freedom. But if you continue to hold the emotions of frustration, worry, or impatience, the signal you're sending is one of lack, not abundance. That's why the universe continues to deliver more of what you don't want. It's not punishing you. It's simply responding to the dominant frequency you are emitting. When you begin to shift your inner energy, when you start to feel as though what you want is already yours, when you speak with conviction and calm knowing instead of desperation, something remarkable happens. Reality bends, people show up, opportunities appear, circumstances rearrange. The universe is no longer confused. It receives a clear message, a focused vibration, a confident request, and it rushes to meet it. This is not magic. This is alignment. This is how the unseen responds to the seen, how thought becomes form. Learning to ask from the right energy is like learning a new language, the language of certainty, of worthiness, of trust. And once you learn to speak that language not just with your mouth, but with your heart, your mind, and your actions, the universe has no choice but to respond, because it is not deaf to your voice, it is listening to your vibration. And energy never lies. Ask ChatGPT, you said. Expend 2 key point without any subheading and conclusion in 500 words, ChatGPT said. True asking comes from certainty, not doubt. This is the vital difference between manifesting what you desire and continuing to experience what you don't. Most people ask with hesitation, secretly unsure if they are worthy or capable of receiving what they want. They may say the right words or repeat affirmations, but deep within them is a quiet voice questioning, will this actually happen for me? That subtle uncertainty is enough to disrupt the process of manifestation. Doubt is a frequency, and the universe feels it. Certainty, on the other hand, is powerful. It is calm, steady, unwavering. When you ask from a place of certainty, you are not pleading, you are declaring. You are not wishing, you are affirming. You are not hoping, you are knowing. And that energetic shift changes everything. Asking with certainty means you have already decided that what you want is yours. You are no longer trying to convince the universe or yourself. You are not checking to see if it's working. You are not comparing your timeline to someone else's. You are walking, talking, and behaving as though the outcome is guaranteed. That level of confidence is magnetic. It draws circumstances, people, and opportunities into your path with astonishing precision. Why? Because the universe aligns with what you believe to be true. It doesn't respond to your doubts, your fears, or your second guessing. It responds to your conviction. Certainty does not require physical evidence. In fact, it thrives in the absence of it. It is a deep, inner knowing that what you seek is already unfolding, even if you can't yet see it. It is the ability to remain calm and expectant, even when things appear unchanged. When you ask with certainty, you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer ask repeatedly out of anxiety. You declare once with faith, and spend your time aligning your energy to receive. That means acting in accordance with what you've asked for, preparing for it, and being grateful in advance. This is how the universe recognizes that you are serious. It sees that your energy is consistent and focused, and it begins to reflect that back in the form of manifested results. The truth is, most people don't get what they ask for because they're stuck in a loop of doubt. They ask, then wait nervously. When nothing happens right away, they start to question. That questioning sends a mixed signal, and the universe mirrors that. But when you ask from a place of total clarity and certainty, there is no confusion. The message is clear, the energy is strong, and the results are inevitable. It's not about forcing or demanding. It's about trusting so deeply that you no longer worry. You have decided, and that decision is final. This is what it means to ask from certainty. It is a spiritual stance, an energetic command that cannot be ignored. And once you reach this place within yourself, the universe begins to move in your favor, not because you begged, but because you believed. You said, expend 3 key points without any subheading and conclusion in 500 words, ChatGPT said, gratitude and present, tense affirmation, activate manifestation in a way that bypasses resistance and accelerates alignment with your desires. Most people approach their goals as if they are far away, using language that places what they want in the future. They say things like, I will have it one day, or I hope this happens soon. But these statements, while seemingly harmless, actually create an energetic distance between the person and the outcome. The universe registers time through vibration, not a calendar. So when you speak in future tense, your energy confirms that your desire is not yet real, and the universe continues to keep it just out of reach. The shift happens when you begin to speak and feel your desire as if it is already here, already yours, already done. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional states because it carries the frequency of receiving. When you feel grateful for something, it means you have accepted it into your reality. So when you express gratitude for what you want before it arrives, you are sending a message to the universe that says, this is mine. That kind of energy dissolves resistance, doubts, and delays. It places you in perfect alignment with the version of you that already has what you've asked for. This is where manifestation becomes effortless, not because you force it, but because you allow it. Gratitude opens the door for the universe to deliver, and present, tense affirmation keeps that door wide open. When you affirm in the present tense, you bypass the barrier of someday. You move from desire into embodiment, saying, I am abundant, I am loved, or I am successful, creates a vibrational shift inside you. It may feel strange at first, especially if your external reality doesn't match the statement, but that discomfort is a sign of transformation. You are rewiring your mind and teaching your energy to lead instead of follow. Over time, as you consistently affirm and feel these truths in the now, your external world will begin to reorganize itself to match the new internal state. This is not wishful thinking, it's energetic cause and effect. There is no need to wait until your desire arrives to feel the joy and peace it would bring. In fact, feeling it now is what causes it to arrive. That's the paradox most people miss. They think they must wait to feel gratitude until after the thing shows up. But the real key is to feel as if it's already done, and then it shows up. This is the energetic loop that successful manifestors understand. The emotion precedes the outcome. The belief precedes the evidence. The gratitude precedes the gift. When you master this inner alignment, you are no longer chasing outcomes. You are magnetizing them. Gratitude and present, tense affirmation create a frequency that the universe cannot ignore. It listens, it matches, and it delivers, not because you need it, but because you've already received it in spirit, and what is claimed in spirit must soon appear in form. You said, expend 4 key points without any subheading and conclusion in 500 words, ChatGPT said. The universe does not judge or limit your desires. It does not look at what you want and decide whether it is too much, too grand, or too impossible. Those limitations are human creations, born from upbringing, society, and personal experience, not divine truth. The universe operates on vibration, not opinion. It does not assess whether you are worthy or if your dreams are realistic. It simply responds to the frequency you emit. So when you desire something, be it wealth, love, health, peace, or success, the universe doesn't filter that desire through a moral lens or compare it to others. It only asks one question: are you aligned with what you want? Many people block their own manifestations because they unconsciously believe their desires are too big, selfish, or unrealistic. They think wanting more is greedy, or they carry guilt for asking while others have less. But the universe is abundant and infinite. One person's success does not reduce another's opportunity. There is no shortage of love, money, or miracles. Everything exists in limitless supply, waiting to be accessed by those who believe it is possible for them. When you release the belief that you need to earn your blessings or justify your dreams, you unlock a new flow of ease. The universe is not keeping score. It is not rewarding the most deserving. It is responding to energies, specifically the energy of belief, clarity, and expectation. If you approach the universe with hesitation or shame about what you want, that becomes the active signal. You might think you're asking for something, but you're actually vibrating doubt, guilt, or unworthiness. That signal cannot attract the fulfillment of your desire. It can only attract more experiences that confirm your sense of limitation. But when you step into your desires fully, owning them without apology, you shift the vibration. You say to the universe, I know what I want, and I know it's possible. That declaration carries power. It opens the way. It allows the energy to move. You become a match for the very thing you seek. The universe is impartial. It is not measuring how much you've suffered or sacrificed. It is not delaying your manifestations to test you. It simply waits for alignment. Your desires, no matter how big or wild they may seem, are valid. They are divine seeds planted in your soul for a reason. Wanting more is not wrong. Wanting better is not wrong. It is natural to expand. It is natural to grow. and the universe supports that expansion without resistance. The only resistance comes from within, from beliefs that say, I can't, I shouldn't, or I'm not ready, but those are illusions. They are stories passed down, not truths etched into the cosmos. The universe hears what you want. It feels the vibration behind it. It doesn't deny you because your dream is too large. It only waits for you to believe that it's possible. Once you do, it moves, not because you are more deserving, but because you are more aligned. You said, expend 5 key point without any subheading and conclusion in 500 words, ChatGPT said. Aligned asking is commanding, not begging. This is a truth that transforms how we approach the universe and our desires. When most people ask for what they want, they do so from a place of neediness, desperation, or lack. They plead with the universe, hoping it will hear them and grant their request. But that kind of asking only reinforces the energy of not having. It sends a signal that says, I don't have this, and the universe, being a perfect mirror, reflects that vibration back in the form of continued lack. True asking is not rooted in wanting, it is rooted in knowing. It is not about hoping something will come. It is about declaring that it is already yours. To command the universe is not about arrogance or force. It is about alignment with divine truth. When you are in full energetic harmony with your desire, your asking becomes a calm, clear instruction. You don't have to scream. You don't have to repeat it endlessly. You don't have to chase signs or search for clues. You ask once, with unwavering faith, and then you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions to match that request. That is a command, not of power over others, but of clarity within yourself. It is the difference between begging for a door to open and confidently walking toward it knowing it will. Begging comes from the belief that something is outside of you, far away, or being withheld. Commanding comes from the awareness that everything is already available and you are simply claiming your part. The universe responds to clarity. It moves in harmony with decisiveness. When you waver, when you doubt, when you keep changing your mind or seeking permission to receive, you send scattered signals. But when you are still, focused and firm in your intention, the energy becomes pure. It becomes powerful and it moves mountains. This kind of asking is deeply spiritual because it acknowledges your oneness with the creative force. It says, I am not separate from the source of all things. I am part of it. From that space, you don't beg, you create. You don't wish, you declare. You don't fear, you trust. You don't try to convince the universe. It is already convinced because your energy carries the conviction. You are no longer trying to make something happen. You are living as if it already has, and that belief becomes the magnet. Commanding is quiet. It's not loud or forceful. It's a still inner knowing that what you desire is already being arranged for you. It is walking in alignment with the outcome. It's preparing for what you asked for before it arrives. That act of preparation is itself a powerful declaration. You are saying, I believe so strongly that this is mine that I will make space for it now. That kind of faith is unstoppable. That is the difference between asking from fear and asking from power, and the universe always responds to the latter. You said, expend 6 key point without any subheading and conclusion in 500 words, ChatGPT said. Faith, fueled action, and feeling complete the cycle of manifestation because desire alone is not enough. Many people ask for what they want, they visualize it, they affirm it, but they stop short when it comes to embodying the energy of already having it. Manifestation is not a passive process. It is an active alignment of thought, emotion, and movement. It is not just about thinking positively or saying the right words. It is about becoming the version of you who already lives the life you desire. Faith is the foundation, but aligned action is the bridge that brings the unseen into the seen. When you truly believe that what you want is already yours, your actions reflect that belief. You prepare, you show up, you behave in ways that are consistent with the outcome you are expecting. If you say you want success, but your daily habits contradict that goal, your energy becomes divided. The universe responds to consistency and coherence. Faith without action is like planting a seed and refusing to water it. You might hope it grows, but your inaction reveals your doubt. When you act in faith, you send a strong message to the universe. I trust that this is happening and I'm ready for it. The feeling is just as important as the action. You must not only take steps in the physical world, but also immerse yourself in the emotional state of already having what you desire. This means feeling the joy, the peace, the confidence, the gratitude now, not later. Your emotional state is a powerful magnet. When you feel as if it's already done, you vibrate at the same frequency as your desire. That emotional alignment pulls the manifestation toward you with greater speed and clarity. It is not about pretending. It is about choosing your state. You decide to feel abundant even if the bank account is low. You decide to feel loved even if you're still waiting for the relationship. That decision is what tells the universe, I'm ready now. Every manifestation involves this cycle: a clear desire, unwavering belief, aligned emotion, and consistent action. These elements work together to create momentum. Skipping one creates imbalance. For example, acting without faith turns effort into struggle. Feeling good without action leads to stagnation. Believing without clarity creates confusion. But when all are present, the universe has no resistance. It meets you in your motion. It matches your expectation. It magnifies your vibration. The idea that you must feel and act before the evidence appears is the hardest part for most people. They want proof first, then they'll believe, but that's not how energy works. The proof is the result of belief, not the cause of it. You create from the inside out. The universe responds to the version of you that lives from the end, not the one who waits to see it before believing. So when you move in faith, when you feel as if it's already here, and when your actions align with your desire, the manifestation must complete. The universe has no choice but to respond in kind.